Hello, my name is Foxy and today I'm going to do my October book haul, and I bought a total of 5 books, but I'm going to try and make this short because I've read the majority of them, so you'll probably see them again in my wrap up video. But yeah, let's get started. The first book I got was How I Live Now by Meg Rosoff. I think it's how you say her name. This is a book where the main character Daisy goes to England. She's an American kid and she goes to England to stay with her cousins, and then a war happens. But I feel like the war is not really the main plot of the story. It's more on Daisy's journey, on personal discovery, survival, and there is like a love story involved in this too, but I'll talk more about that in my wrap up. The second book that I got was The Aviators Wife by Melanie Benjamin. I wanted to pick up this book for as soon as I saw this cover, I really love this edition of it where it has her in this fancy vintage outfit, and it tells the story of the wife of Charles Lindbergh, who was an amazing aviator and one of the first to do this amazing solo flight to Paris, which was like over 36 hours or something like that. Crazy. And this was about his wife, who he married and met, and it's all about her story and her side of things. So it's based on a real person, and a lot of the events are historically accurate, but this deals more into the emotional side of her, like why she did things and the hardships that she went through, the good times and the bad. And it's basically just her journey and seeing what it would be like to be married to this famous aviator, and also seeing into things that people don't know about her, that she was also an amazing aviator herself, but this is kind of forgotten as history's gone on. The third book that I bought was The Painted Veil by William Somerset Maugham. I don't really know how to say his last name, but I love the movie The Painted Veil. It is like one of my favourite films, and so I really wanted to read the book. It is a really tiny little book and it's in the Vintage Classics edition, and I absolutely love them because what they do is for each author they have a certain illustrator who does all of the book covers, so they all match, but then they all have this like classic red spine to all of the editions. Okay, the story follows the character of Kitty, who's this shallow, she's beautiful but extremely shallow views on life, and she doesn't really understand life very well. She's lived in a very sheltered lifestyle, I should say, and she starts this affair after she's married to a man called Walter, and she starts an affair with this charming and suave man called Charles, and Walter finds out and he takes revenge on her, you could say, and drags her to an area where they're dealing with this virus that is really bad in China, and so she's dragged up to this outpost where she could die if she catches this disease, and because he's a bacteriologist and he's studying it, and I'm going to talk more on my thoughts about it, but I was just really excited to read this book so much, and I'm so glad that I did. And it's so tiny, I was expecting it to be massive. The next book I got was Salvaged by Karen David, which tells the story of 2 siblings who were separated at birth and then reunited in their later teen years. I'm kind of intrigued. This is like a new release, 2014, came out this year, so I'm kind of excited to read it. It says with fans of John Green will love it, and I do love John Green's writing style and the issues that he deals with in his books and his honest and fresh look on stuff. But I don't know, I don't know if it's just like the cover. It could be good, it could be bad. I don't know, but I'll have to see. Last book I got was Wolfborn by Sue, and I am not going to be able to say her last name. I shall attempt it. Bruskininskine. That was so bad. I don't know, you probably can't read her name, but look up Wolfborn on Goodreads and you'll be able to find it. And this tells the tale of a young boy who lives in, this is like set in like a fantasy kingdom, and he goes off to another lord's home to learn how to be a knight, and then he discovers that lord can transform into a wolf, and in their land you will be murdered for this. Like, you will be killed if you have been discovered to be able to transform into a wolf. So it's like a werewolf-y story set in like a fantasy kingdom thing, which kind of sounds interesting. So yes, these were all the books that I managed to get my hands on in October, and a lot of them I have read, so you will see them in my wrap up. And I'll talk more about my thoughts and my ratings on them, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!